Today we're going to do a quick video on adjusting belt tension on rooftop units. Remember to always be safe when you're working on this, so please make sure your power is off before you open up any panels. We're going to line my blower pulley with my motor sheave. This is the blower pulley, this is the motor sheave. I did this before we started. My motor sheave is the same width as my blower pulley. I also loosened up my Allen screws here with my 5/32 wrench to get these guys loose so they're free and clear on the shaft, so when we align them up, we can then reset them into place. We can do that two ways. We can use a straight edge or we can use some string. First, we'll do the straight edge. The straight edge, we're going to get 4 points of contact. I'm going to have 2 points on my blower pulley, and then I'm going to have 2 points on my motor sheave. Get her nice and tight there. I now have 4 points of contact. Now we're going to line an adjustable sheave. What is an adjustable sheave? An adjustable sheave is a sheave that you can open or close to change the pitch of the belt that can increase or decrease the fan RPMs. As we open it up, we're going to slow down our fan RPMs. As we close it in, we're going to speed up our fan RPMs. But now this kind of plays into effect of how we now align an adjustable sheave up. All right. So to align the adjustable sheave, we're going to place the adjustable sheave back on the motor shaft. Now we have to align it with our blower pulley. When we align it with our blower pulley, we're going to need to know what the center line of the blower pulley is. The center line is the middle of the blower pulley. We're going to take our straight edge, create 2 solid points of contact to measure off our straight edge to find the center line of our blower pulley. We're going to do the same thing for our motor sheave. We're going to take our straight edge, we're going to find the center line of our motor pulley and align it to the center line or the middle of our blower pulley. Once that's aligned, time to retighten down the Allen screws. Once we got our blower pulley aligned with our motor sheave, we're going to double check to make sure that we got our Allen screws tightened on both our motor pulley and our motor sheave. Next, we're going to figure out what our deflection rate is going to be. Okay? With that, we're going to need a belt tensioner. Also, we're going to need to do some pretty quick math here. Right here, it's going to tell us that our deflection is going to equal our belt span, our 2 center points, divided by 64. So our given on our model today is going to be 17 inches. Okay? So then we're going to take 17, divide that by 64, and that's going to give us 0.26 inches of deflection. My belt tensioner has an actual inches of span. So my inches of span is 17. I can set my ring to 17. It's telling us on my sticker here that my deflection force is going to be 5.3. I can set my other O-ring for 5.3. So when I'm checking my tension as I put that on my belt and I put the force down on top of it, I want to see my top ring connect to the yellow bottom there. That's my force. So when I got the belt on, force of tension, my deflection span, okay? So once again, we're going to take our center points. My given on this one is 17 inches. Divide that by 64 to get 0.26 inches of deflection. we're ready to put the belt on and do our tension check. Put the belt on. Watch your fingers. Now we got our straight edge. We're going to put our straight edge along with our belt to check our deflection force. We already have our belt tensioner preset to where we need it to be. Put it on the belt. Our pounds of force lines up perfectly with our deflection span. How do we know if we got too tight of a belt? Well, when we did our deflection test, our deflector was not getting past our point of deflection, right? Our belt is too tight. We got the pounds of force up top, but our belt is not deflecting properly. So now what we got to do, we got to raise the motor up so we make this span shorter, which will loosen up our belt. To do that, we're going to have 4 bolts on our motor plate, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and we're going to also have 4 nuts on top of our lifting rods on the motor itself. So right now, we're raising up our blower motor. We're also going to recheck our deflection. So we raise our motor up a little bit. We're going to recheck our deflection. It's still a little bit tight, still a little bit tight. I'll raise it up just a little bit more. Raise it up, keep the motor square. Recheck the tension. Perfect. Once we got our tension checked, we would then tighten up all 4 of these bolts again and retighten the top 2 bolts. What happens if our belt is too loose? We did the same checks, checked our tension, our belt is way too loose. All right, so now we got to tighten up our motor. So what we do to tighten it up, we're going to do the same thing as we did if we wanted to bring it up and make our belt looser. We're going to loosen the top bolts and the 4 bolts on our motor plate. We're actually going to let the motor go down. We're going to push the motor down off our rods here to tighten it up. As the motor is going down, we're going to recheck our tension. We'll recheck our tension. Still needs a little bit yet. And we got our tension. Once we achieved our tension, we're going to retighten up our bolts, top and bottom plates, and apply power back to the unit.
We'll roll with it. We'll see how I do.